So my future career, softball, yeah, is Federal Bureau of Investigation by Savannah. Okay, job description. Helps protect the country from crime and violence. So they would send people out into the field. So there's like different ranks of people. They have the people who work at the computers in the office, and they have people who work in the field. Like in the field would be they go out and the person, they find out there's going to be a terrorist attack at this point area. Then they would send the people into the field to stop what they were going to do. So that's kind of the summary of what the person would do. Education. Okay. Accounting, computer technology, learn different language, and you must know the law. So you don't want to be breaking the law when you're supposed to be supporting the law. That would be like the exact wrong thing to do. So, learning different languages. So you can be the translator. If someone was speaking Arabic and the other person spoke English, you can be in the middle and translating what they would do. That would get you, I'll talk about it later, but it's a higher price. So you get like an extra $2,000 for knowing a different language. So then you could be in different areas instead of just the field, and then you can talk different languages. Computer technology. Say someone hacks into, probably doesn't happen a lot, but hacks into the government's computers, or they go into it and find files that no one's really supposed to know, then you can go in and track where the signal's coming from. So it's good to know your computer technology. And accounting, business and like money, and that's a different part of the government. So it's complicated, but you have to know the money and you must know math. So okay, schools, Calabar College and ASU. They both have really good criminal justice departments. So how many years do you guys think that you have to go to school or college to get
6,
10,
12,
10,
12,
10.
12.
Wait, is it?
Oh,
bachelor's
yeah.
or
It does
just-
depend. There you go. It does depend. You have to get your bachelor's degree for 4 years, so it would be 4 years. But you also need 3 years in training in the field. So it's pretty much, it depends on what you're going for again. So if I wanted to go and be trained in the field, then I would go for an extra 3 years after I got the 4 years. So I would pick ASU because my dad was telling me that they have a huge ASU has a huge criminal justice department. It's huge, and they have psychology. That's something big to learn about the criminal minds and how they work. Calabar has a good criminal justice, but they don't have that good in psychology. So it kind of differs in what you study. Yeah. Okay, so I thought this was really interesting for me. The no supervision, management, and supervisor. So in the field and your salary all goes into supervisor. So supervisor gets more money than management because they get their salary on top of being in the field with the people. Either they're in a helicopter or they're in disguise and they're watching the people to make sure nothing goes wrong. So if they're a newly assigned person and they see something's going wrong, they call backup. That's why they get 104,000. That's supposed to say 20, but this year I kind of got 1 year. So, and management, that's when they're inside having a camera to watch over them. So that's why in the field and their salary all goes to supervisor because they're watching over the people. Supervisor. Okay. Company. I would of course work for Federal Bureau of Investigation because that's the company. It's really nothing else unless you worked for the government, which isn't that often. I would work for Federal Bureau of FBI. Okay, so this is something I could not find 2004 to 2008. I looked and could not find it. That's why I put question marks. But it was really interesting to see that from 2000 to 2004, all the way to here. It scaled all the way down. I tried to find a graph, but it didn't work. But there's always been less female than male that get in. I was really surprised, but these two are closer. Well, these two are closer than these two. So more women got in closer to male from 2008 to 2012. So I thought that was interesting. And the different things of what they're doing is maybe female didn't want to do the infield, and that's why they maybe didn't take the 3 years. But this also depends on your honesty. They have to interview your family. So they interview you and your family. And if your family doesn't say the right things, then you kind of lost the job. So that's a bad way to lose the job, is that your family didn't do it right, but you think that you did it right. So that was weird. Okay.
Like my sister.
I know, my sister's both, you know. Response to maps and locations, it wasn't that, but it didn't show up. So this was really awesome to find out that narcotic detection dogs are using the FBI for help. So they can go sniff out bombs, drugs. They can sniff out the people that they're looking for. So they give them, say someone left behind a cloth that they were running from the dogs or the people. They give that cloth to the dog, they smell it, the dog will go and find the scent. That's why they use German Shepherds, because their sense of smell. This picture right here is they're finding fingerprints. So we all touch the doors every day, which I thought was really gross that we all sneeze and touch the doors. But touch the doors and we open it. Our fingerprints from the oil on our fingers are left on the doors. So if there's a crime here, they'll find thousands of fingerprints just on the doors.
I'm wearing
so
gloves
that's
now.
something hard to do. But then they'll look, they'll be like, oh, that was Josh's fingerprint, Ben's fingerprint, and Alyssa's fingerprint. And then they'll be like, okay, so let's figure out who was here last. And then that's kind of, with the dogs, they smell out the people. So hopefully you guys take a shot. Okay, next slide. Crazy information. 15,560 women, May 31st, 2013. That was the last record of how many women were in the FBI out of 35,902. So there's a total of like 35,902 just in the field area. So that means that many women get into the field, or many women get into the accounting, or they get into the computer technology stuff. But mostly, I looked it up and I put it in there because I was too lazy. Mostly men get into the field work because they take that extra 3 years in the technology. And so if you take those extra 3 years with the curriculum of the language and the technology, you can get into any of the things, but they'll find your best point, their higher point. Okay, next.
CSI.
And that works out. It's really small because there was a whole bunch of it. That's it.
Good job.